Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do Your Parents Want to Stay Home, a weekly virtual caregiver education series. I'm Infinity Martin, Community Health Engagement Specialist here at Sugar and Spice In-Home Care. We are a nurse-owned and operated chronic disease and caregiving management agency, proudly serving Flagstaff and about 1 hour radius surrounding. Our mission is simple. We want to help clients truly thrive as they age in place, regardless of any life-limiting condition. I'm back here with Don Berlyn. He is a longtime physical therapist, graduated NAU in 1986, and he's been a physical therapist ever since. And he's here to talk about mobility exercises with me.
Great. So I have my stunt dog Suki with me. So we're going to talk about some precautions first. If you've had any kind of surgery, it's really important to check in with the surgeon or a physical therapist or someone who's familiar with your condition and can recommend limitations and maybe other exercises. Also, the person has to do the movements themselves. So you won't be assisting them or moving them in any way. As far as repetitions, usually 3 to 5 is good. It's important that all movements are very, very slow, just to the point of a sense of tightness. No pain whatsoever. Any other questions on it?
Nope.
Okay.
Ready to get started?
So we will go to shoulders.
Stuki, go over there. Go over there, please. Thank you. Sit.
So going to do this. We have our hands together. And then using both hands, just go up to the side, almost like a golf swing. Go to the point of just a little stretch. And then come on down. And you can repeat this again about 3 times, moving really slow. And then back down. So both arms get to work here. Yeah. Then you can swap over to the other side. Same thing. And even on yourself, you might notice some differences in mobility, and that's normal. We are not exactly symmetrical.
Yes, my left shoulder is definitely more tight than my right shoulder.
And I'm an old guy, so I've already had surgery on my shoulder. Okay, so that is using both hands together. I'm going to show you a fun thing with a stick. A cane works really well, even a broom if you're desperate. So this is going to be going out in front. The top hand is the hand the side is going to be stretched, and it's just going to relax. So using my opposite hand, I'm going to lift it as high as I can comfortably go. No pain, just a little stretch. And then I'm going to push down with my top hand while resisting with my bottom hand. And again. Down. Okay. So you get the idea of those. The top hand is just resting all the way up. So it's what we call a passive stretch. And then you're going to actively push down.
So what if it's a really long broom or something, though?
Then you have to put your hands in the middle.
Okay, right.
And there's a difference sometimes between having your thumb pointing down and the thumb pointing up. Lots of times having the thumb pointing up gives you more range of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to turn this into a fun exercise. So now I'm going to make it as if you're paddling a canoe. So same idea, but now you're coming way to the side. And then you're going to raise it like that, coming up and across, and then down, and then up. I'm moving a little fast, but.
And then you're still pushing with your bottom hand and pushing down with your top hand, right?
So yeah, lifting with the bottom, resting with the top, and then pushing down with the top and resisting with the bottom. So this is going across the body, kind of like that. Also you're going in front and down. So
can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. So just make sure I got it right. So the first one is more in front. So pushing with your bottom hand, going up. And then pushing with your top hand.
Yeah. Resisting with the left hand. Get that little.
Okay.
This one's kind of purely out to the side.
Okay.
With the next one.
And then the next one is from the front.
Yeah.
Okay. And then switch.
So basically it's like paddling a canoe. You're just making that same coming down and across as if you're pushing water and then lifting that paddle up out of the water.
Okay.
How does it feel when you thumb down?
Let me see. Oh, did I do it? Did I do it different?
You've been doing
the other way?
Your thumb down.
Oh.
See if you feel a difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel it more in here with the thumb up.
Mm-hmm. More of a stretch, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yes, typically you want to have the thumb up.
Okay.
So that's it with the stick. So now we're going to look at the trunk, the whole spine. And so we're going to start with, and you can do it standing or sitting, but lots of times it's good to sit because that stabilizes your pelvis. And so it just allows the spine to move and keeps the hips out of it. So super important to move slowly. And if someone has vestibular issues or they feel dizzy, you got to be really careful when you're moving the neck. So we're going to isolate the neck. The person's going to turn slowly to one side to where they just feel a little bit of tightness. That's where you stop. Once you're there, you can hold it for, say, 20 seconds or so. And then nice and easy, you're going to come back to the center. All movements are slow. And then you're going to go to the opposite side. Just a little bit of a stretch, you pause. Go back to the front. And as much as possible, let your shoulders just relax. So the only thing really moving is the head and neck. And again. Now on yourself, it might be interesting just to notice the area you feel that gets tight first. Might be a muscle, it might be a joint in your spine. Just whatever it is, just notice what it is. Okay, so about 3 of those, up to 5 each way, moving slow. As far as holding it, a maximum of 30 seconds perhaps. 20 is good, 15 is okay. So not a whole lot of time, but enough time to let the muscles relax and get a bit of a stretch. So now the next thing, we're going to need to scoot forward maybe, is now we're going to do the entire spine all the way down to your bottom. So, but we're going to start with the head. So the head's going to lead everything. So you're going to do the same thing we just did. And then we hit a little bit of tension there. Then you start bringing in the rest of the body from the top to the bottom. And there should be no pain anywhere. You should feel hopefully a little bit of stretch all the way along your spine. And then you can unwind the same way. So the body unwinds. And then when the body stops, then you bring your head around. Pause a little bit. And we're going to do the opposite side. So turn and look over as if you're going to look over that shoulder. Feel a little tiny stretch or sense of tension. So, and then you move the rest of the body, kind of from the top down.
And then can I bring my arm around, or does it matter if I leave my arm here, or?
You can bring your arm.
Okay. It's kind of hard to isolate each part before you, because I tend to want to just turn instead of doing following my head.
Yes, so just imagine your shoulders moving first, and then it's not going to be perfect. It's not all segments, but just gradually tightening as you go down.
Okay.
That way, make sure you get every bit of the spine.
Right.
Okay. Want to talk a little bit about stretching. So this is good for carpal tunnel. So people who have their hands like this a lot, they're typing or they're doing some activity where the fingers are constantly flexing, but they're never really going straight. And the hands are maybe flexed a bit, never really stretching out.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good thing to do after that. So this is called a prayer stretch, and you'll see why. So you're going to lift your hands up a little bit. You're going to squeeze your hands together, and the signal is going to be when the bottom of your palm or the heel of your hand starts to lift apart. Okay, so that starts to happen when you have that sense, that means you've gone far enough. So you start up here with no tension, gently push your hands together, making good contact. Let the hand come down in front. You'll begin to feel that sense that your hands want to pull apart. You can either stop there or even let up a little bit because you don't want any tension. Well, actually, you do want a little bit of tension in.
Just not to hurt.
No pain whatsoever. Give it about 20, 30 seconds and then nice and easy bring it up. And you don't have to bring it up too high, just kind of take the pressure off.
Okay.
And then, after take a breath or two, then bring it down. Same thing. You might notice the change in how far you can go.
Mm-hmm.
But in any
go a little
case,
farther.
yeah. So you're just letting it happen without really pushing it. And then again, like 3 to maybe 5 reps. There's a thing called the law of diminishing returns. So once you do the first one, you make a big gain. Second one, third one, get quite a bit of gain. By the time you get up to like the 5th one, you pretty much maxed it out.
Okay.
And if you're not used to moving these joints,
Mm-hmm.
even 5 reps might feel like a bit much. Okay. So now we've done the shoulders, we've done the spine, we've done this area here, which is really important. We're going to talk about balance things here in a minute. But here's an activity that's great for everything. It's a great way maybe to start off before you're stretching. Something you can do in the morning to just get going. And all you're doing is jostling. You're not jumping necessarily. You're just kind of shifting around, just letting everything get lubricated, just moving around, shifting weight on one side to the other, getting in as much rotation as feels comfortable. Just kind of let everything hang loose. If you do this for a little bit, even just a few seconds, you'll feel a difference. You'll feel more alive all the way through your body, all the way down to your hands and feet. You shrug a little bit, just move as much as you can, every part of your body. Okay, so no pain. The whole idea is just feeling loose. Okay, that's that. The next thing we do is look at some balance things. So just a few simple things. I'll demonstrate them and then Finny could use the chair maybe.
Oh, okay.
So the first one, so you can see my leg. All I'm doing is putting all my weight on one leg, then I'm lifting up the other leg. And if you have the range of motion to do it, you can straighten your knee a little bit. And then see if you can maintain that position with all the weight on one leg and the other leg in the air. So see if you can stabilize on one leg. And then after, say, 5, maybe 10 seconds, let the knee flex. Go ahead and put the weight on that side. Typically, I like to do the same side until I'm done and then do the other side. There's no real rule about that. So up to maximum hip flexion, then knee extension, hold it, and probably no more than 5 seconds because you want to work on balance, not so much endurance. So again, everything moves slow. Some people might need to hold with both hands.
And what did you say the test was to see if you could stand up to do it really? Was someone holding their hands out or something?
Yeah, that's a different, just as a point of balance. Let's say you don't have a chair, maybe the person doesn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
So Finny, Finny's going to be the caretaker, and I'm going to be trying to do the balance thing. Okay. So if a person doesn't need a whole lot of help with a solid chair, then you might be able to provide enough.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the one thing is kind of a bit of a test. The other one I was going to talk about, so is hip range of motion to the side. And so this is a range of motion exercise. You're not really going to the point of a stretch, but you are moving the hips out to the side. And it's a balance exercise. So I have all my weight on this one leg. I'm keeping my trunk straight up and down. I'm moving the leg off to the side and then letting it back down. The side, letting it back down. And 3 to 5 reps and moving slow. And you don't really need to hold that leg up very long. Because again, you're working on balance, not endurance. Nothing wrong with working with endurance. And again, I like to do one side because then you can be stabilized, and then do the other side. But there's no real rule about it. Demonstrator.
Okay. So holding and then one leg up.
Yeah.
And then straighten.
Okay.
And then come back down.
You're holding on to the chair as little as possible.
Oh.
But it's fine to hold on.
Okay. And then just have it be ready.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And some people might need to hang on the whole time. That's fine.
Okay.
And if you think about it, when someone's shuffling, they're never really lifting their feet off the ground. They're never really transferring all the weight to one side. And so this particular exercise helps get that pattern back. The idea of lifting one leg up while the other leg bears all the weight. So besides just balance, it's also the idea of getting that pattern back instead of just shuffling because you feel insecure.
Okay. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And thanks everyone for joining us. And we'll see you again next week.